Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Synergy. Our people have reached the forest? No, they have reached the desert. Didn't this already happen? Build the shelter. Are you coming back? Am I freaking out? I could have swore that already happened. Does that happen every time I go to the desert? Could be. We still, all right, so where we were last time, we just got the foundry online. They're making composites for us, which is great. But we have these plasma teardrops to contend with now. And I think, I can't remember, which is why we're doing the analysis on them. But I think they might increase the temperature around them. Which isn't the worst thing. Like, it doesn't really matter as long as they're not interfering with our houses. We'll just have to keep an eye on that, and maybe when they actually finish the research, we'll be able to do something about it. Our research is chugging along. Once our people once our people are released from the purgatory that is the desert climate, then we'll be able to send them to the forest and knock out the next thing. I'm not sure what to do about you. I am still kind of thinking that eventually we should get our hands on the mineral guy and then try to adjust the minerals around here. We've learned that if you rip them out, you will gain wounds. We don't want that to happen. They are back? Really? Maybe, I don't know what that was about maybe that was a glitch where they left the desert and then we were like, you're in a sandstorm again? That's the only thing I can think of. And I believe this is the forest area we need to go to. So get back out there. Good luck to you. That was very confusing. Loads of tools. I think we can go ahead and build our autonomous garden over here now. Right there looks good. We'll have to decide what we want to build in there. Or grow in there, I should say. These guys are grabbing cactus fruit. Or cactus bulbs, I should say. The carbon bulbs are to feed this kitchen. And then they're also grabbing seeds from the wigged lotus. And then you guys are producing fruit, watery pods. You're producing carbon bulbs as well. You're producing seeds from the wigged lotus. This guy eventually will produce carbon bulbs, I think. The ideal value is 60, which is the problem here. I think it's too low. Yep, it's 51. Assuming that's Celsius, because like 51 is fairly cold. It's been a while since I've hit the pause button like that. It's S. Standard degrees. I guess S degrees makes it mean it could mean whatever you want it to be. Although any grassy areas are mostly rare and small, the explorers are lucky enough to discover an entire space with lush vegetation. Now, these plants aren't pretty unless you consider endurance to be beautiful. They don't require much water to flourish, and their fibers are sturdy and durable. Ooh. Yes. Grab the plants. Because I think that will get us access to soft fibers. Or something that can make soft fibers reliably. Without having to be ripped out of the ground like the cotton sprouts over here. I think. Oh no, I forgot to tell you guys to do something after the update. I've also learned that you can move the buildings now. That's fantastic news. That's really cool, because you could move a house around. You could be like, Like, instead of building 3 new houses here like we did before, you could be like, all right, we aren't using a couple houses over here. Let's move them here. So yeah, moving buildings, super useful. Doesn't cost any resources. Really, really helpful. I think that's a really nice update that they made to the game. Kudos from me. Now, let's see. What do we need? We could get resin and branches. We have 451 branches. We have, I want to say it's like 300 resin. 304. Okay, so you guys do a little bit of tapping. A tappa. You could do both. This is the question. Maybe you guys tap these plants here. You prune these plants here. Oops. Get a bit of both going on, and then maybe notch these as well. Sure. Sounds good to me. Does everybody have a job? We have a spare space there. Got plenty of protective gear. You guys are doing work. We need glass for the carpentry, I'm realizing. So let's go. They just finished. I was going to say, swap over to toxic water immersion and then just make glass from sand. Dude, the harbor district is sick. Not having to use any water to make glass? That's awesome. Beginning of a new cycle. Our population continues to grow. The autonomous garden is done. All right, what should we do with you? We could have it produce... I don't know if I need any of those things. Dead plant extraction. Optimized extraction. Or no recipe. Could do thorns. Or waste compost. I don't really want to use... I want to, like, generate... It's tricky, because I, like, want to generate... I regret having built you. It's not that bad. But, I'm like, I don't really need any of these components right now. Maybe we just leave you alone. What's happening here? No worker... Oh, it's this building. It looks like it's over the house, but it's actually the autonomous garden. We don't need thorns, bulbs, or vegetables or resin right now. So I guess we'll just leave that one alone. It's interesting. Don't need anything from there. Soil modification is doing fine. Analysis. We have learned, yes, is dangerous in the dry season. Within range, they increase the temperature a little bit. So 2 degrees. There are ways to do something to them, but I don't know what it is. And one of them must be sowing, and then I'm not sure. The other one might be reaping. It'll be interesting to see. We're almost out of this dry season, though, which is nice. These guys are doing great work. The cactus shrub is very happy. Wigged lotus is poor. Because the minerals are a little too low. The orchidar stem, there's not a whole lot we can do to make that one happier. Because the scaled corn drops the temperature around it. And so does the cactus shrub. But the scaled corn is like happy by being next to the orchidar stem. It's very confusing. It is wiggling though. You see how it says symbiosis, the ears wiggle and get heavier when they're near the orchidar stem? It is funny that they actually do wiggle. Unless they were always wiggling and I just noticed that. But I'm gonna say that they are being wiggled by the orchidar stem. They've made it Using spades, and the explorers pierce the ground, which looks like terracotta. The soil underneath is moist and of rare quality. No wonder such a grove has grown here. Using the little ditch they dug in the ground, the explorers are able to extract some plants that are flourishing away from the sunlight. Oh, we only got soft fibers? Well, that stinks. Hey, we explored the forest area. I was hoping we'd get a plant. Our explorers have warned a large number of nomad camps and small settlements. Most of them are planning a seasonal migration to reach safety. But while talking with some inhabitants, our explorers heard about something called the Ellipsis. An odd circular road connecting several villages. A very large nomad caravan uses it to carry important goods to the whole region. Roads between settlements are rare enough due to the desert's climatic conditions. As members of the anchoring, it is our duty to strengthen the bonds between humans. This ellipsis must be protected at all costs. We must collect more composites and then send an expedition to the caravan's rescue. Okay? So we will make some more composites. Oh, sick! We finished agriculture. Awesome. So what's up next then is the question. Advanced technologies is on the table. Improving grains, perhaps? I don't have anything else to do other than this one. Mushroom oxidation is not really necessary. Oh, I guess there's the magnetic theory. Although, like, we're gearing up towards bread, so I think this one makes the most sense to do right now. And then you. When did you finish? I don't know. You... I would like bread, please. We have no cereals. No, we do. We just haven't built the agricultural farm. Hold on for a second. We're gonna build the agricultural farm immediately. No! I've run out of space. We would like to build it right next to the fields. Right there is good. High priority. Got plenty of composites, and we have just enough... Well, a little more than enough technological artifacts. So get on that, and then immediately we'll research bread once it's available. Musical workshop. Practicing music makes people happy. Increases culture within range. Perhaps we build it here? Because this is kind of like our cultural district. For fun. Ooh, look at this. Is this new? A serpentine bench. You guys should get a bench up here. Just to make you a little happier. Oh, you can't build on sand, eh? Well, I'll be. How are these people supposed to have some bench time? Oh, wait, we put a bench over here. Never mind. We're good. No need for the serpentine bench. You guys could use a bench up here, though. Or two. Yeah. Get some benches up in here. Everybody gets to be happy. We might be able to get our prosperity over 1,000. Or 10,000, I should say. That'd be pretty cool. These guys are trying their best to keep up with the water demand, but it's a tough one, the water demand. Got the composites. They're still coming back from the forested area. 2 days to go. Oh, I thought it was the agricultural farm. They tricked me with the serpentine bench. Did you guys ever do... You didn't do the ground quality analysis of this guy. Dang plasma teardrops. I don't know how to stop them. Maybe as we learn about them, we might be able to, like, influence the soil to keep them at bay, perhaps? Maybe? Maybe not. All right, so we only have 2 technologies. Oh, no, that's not true. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 purple technologies left, and any tablets that may or may not roll in eventually. Do we have the tools? We do. All right, let's work on magnetic theory. I'd like to mess around with the minerals over here. Maybe we can make the cactus shrub even happier, or the wig lotus, I mean. Everybody wants happy plants. This guy's chugging along. Hey, they brought back the threads. All right, to this place, all the way over here. All right, off you go. It's a long ways away. Are people, they're like, I haven't seen home in months. We're like, get out there. There's a storm a-brewing. This guy will be done very soon, too. I think you need instruments, correct? Do we have instruments? We have some, not a lot. Musical workshop. Takes three musical instruments to make people happy. Well, let's put people to work. We're getting a lot of citizens every cycle from the kids growing up. So yeah, we'll just have 3 people working in there. And then the carpentry, I would love to start producing artwork. Oops. And we have the glass, or at least some glass now, to do so. I should probably rip out more of these volcano trees, just to get our hands on even more tree trunks. We could go ahead and peel off some of these dudes. Especially these, like, more far-flung ones that are overlapping each other. Maybe this guy. This would be, like, my chosen district to live in. That would be awesome. Crumbling slopes. We have seen this one before. Collect the rock, gear up, and collect some plant matter. Or collect some water. Let's gear up. What is that gonna get us? Resin, seeds, and bark. Alright, well. Was that worth you losing 10 protective gear over? Probably not. Although, we got more bark than goes into protective gear, so maybe it was worth it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just work here. We have 55 people that are not assigned to any specific job. They're just running around doing whatever. I have to imagine you'd be, like, desperate for a job. You're like, please, let me do anything. You guys are almost done. 2% left, and then I can research bread. Speaking of bread, we should probably queue up another kitchen. Wouldn't you say? Like right here. Just tuck it in between these mushrooms. I think I trapped Vastamala in the building. Fantastic. Read it. Oh, that's right. It does require significant quantities of clean water. Okay, so now it's very important to redo a lot of surface analysis here. Specifically on all of these guys. We'll see what uprooting gets us, and reaping. I assume scaled corn is all about reaping now. Yeah, reaping and uprooting. Reaping actually on the auricular stem. Can't do anything with the winged lotus. You can uproot the cotton sprouts, which is interesting. Can you uproot the plasma teardrop? You can. But if I recall correctly, that was still dangerous. You can reap the throated water lily. Oh, cool. We'll see. I wonder if that'll push us to if that'll push us to go away from the picker's cabin over here and go more towards the agricultural... What are you called? The agricultural farm. Perhaps. Alright. Go to the dune, not the rocky peak. The dune. Important. Important distinction between a rocky peak and a dune. This guy has been researching plasma teardrops for decades. Let's give him some help. Like I was saying, people need a job around here. Analysis. It prefers higher temperatures and lower biomass, organic matter. So if we could shove down the temperature, it doesn't get along with organic microbes, preventing its implantation. Found near foundries and other heat-emitting buildings, which is why it's here now. I wonder, is there a way to drive down, or drive, I guess you drive up the organic matter, right? Yeah, because it prefers low organic matter. I wonder if you could take the composter and, like, install it next to the foundry? Like, we're not using it over here, even though these plants like increased organic matter. It's interesting to think that maybe we could force the composter to increase the organic matter around and force the teardrops out? I don't know if it'll work that way. Ah, that's right. If you reap the auricular stem, you get branches from it. I understand. Good job. You guys are, oh, I forgot to start bread. Bread? You guys watch Delicious in Dungeon? I might have talked about this on a different episode. But Senshi yelling about bread in episode 4 is one of my favorite things about that show. Partially because I really like bread. And partially because, it's just very funny. We need more fruit. Are you guys picking the fruit over here? Is this happening? It should. Aha! Oh, interesting. If you uproot, you also get thorns, which we do not need. So we definitely aren't going to do that. But, reaping will happen here. So let's reap. We're gonna reap the scaled corn. We don't really need to reap the auricular stem. You are fascinating, though. I'm very curious to see... Dude, so many people can work the reaping farm. I am very curious to see what the cotton sprouts do when you uproot them. The Ellipsis Rescue. The caravan is so huge that the explorers can see it even though they are several days... Jeez! That is a huge caravan! Several days away on foot. It is divided into several groups and warning one doesn't guarantee we'll have time to warn them all. The explorers try to communicate from afar using glass to send out luminous signals, but either the messages are not understood or they are simply ignored. If somebody was just flashing a bright light at me from a distance, I would probably ignore them as well. Unless we had already agreed that the flashing light meant something. We can rely on our strength and speed to carry out this mission. The winds are already starting to whip the rescue team's faces with sand, and they can go no further. They choose to intercept the caravan's largest group and start building rescue shelters. Then the caravaneers finally spot the flags floating in the distance. The storm is almost upon them. They seem to understand the exigency of the situation and quickly take shelter in the reinforced tents. There, amidst the racket of the wind, they wait for things to calm down. A night later, silence settles once more. Outside, the desert is clear of any marks, as if no human being had ever walked across it. Well, alrighty then. We did good. Before reaching the Ellipsis caravan, the explorers heard the wind howling around them. If they hadn't worn their helmets, their faces surely would have been badly scratched by the sand. Even each step into the gusts of wind felt like walking into a wall. It isn't difficult to imagine the caravaneers' condition. Scattered in multiple groups, they took what shelter they could under the frameless tents. Our scientists dug shelters, which they filled with oxygen and put everyone inside. Without the meteorological station, the Ellipsis caravan would most probably have been annihilated, and the connection between villages severed. With our protection, though, humanity will be able to forge new links, maintain existing ones, and march towards a brighter future together. It is the Anchoring's mission, and we intend to fulfill it. Yay! We did it! Ruthless Sky complete. Holy! If we had wanted to have gold scored, we would have had to get 20,000 points. We were knocking on the door of 10,000. Just beat a silver ranking, but no deaths though. It took me about 6 hours to finish that scenario. And we unlocked the next one, which got, what's the date today? I think it got launched like either yesterday or the day before. So yeah, we will continue. And now you guys decide to get the corn, just when I was ready to make bread. I swear. Yep. Anyway, we'll leave this one off, and next episode we will start up with the next scenario. So let's go back to the main menu here. I forget what it's called. New game, the anchoring scenario. Beacon in the Sand. So, next time we finish Ruthless Sky. Good job, us. Pat on the back. Next time we will start with a Beacon in the Sand. A series of devastating tornadoes hits a traveling caravan, which is where we just left off. The Anchoring, a group of scientists, doctors, and engineers goes to help them and discovers the existence of the Ellipsis, a road network connecting a series of villages. In the midst of the disaster, they see a potential for innovation. This place could become the new center of human civilization. So, look forward to that. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see the next installment of Synergy, you want to see more videos on my channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!